Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's video. In this week's video, we are going to just be reading The Conditions of Will. I'm not gonna lie, I have such a bad habit about starting a book before I start like the video that corresponds with it. Or like if I don't have a video planned for it, I feel so bad like starting a book without recording it because I want to be able to share my thoughts and my reactions with you guys like authentically and not like just after I read it. I want to read it with you and then kind of share my thoughts with you. So this video is going to be specifically about The Conditions of Will, which is like my most anticipated read of the year, to be honest. I am like the biggest Jessa Hastings fans. Magnolia Parks changed my life in the most like dramatic way possible. That book destroyed me and healed me in so many ways, and I just love that series so much. And Jessa Hastings' writing is so unique to me. I just get so wrapped up in her writing when I'm reading that I feel like she's writing about me. Like I feel like I'm the main character whenever I'm reading her books. But I'm about 150 pages into this book. Like I said, I have a big problem about starting a book before I start a video, so that's a big issue. But I am obsessed with this book so far. In this book, we're following like Georgia and her family. Her dad just died and she has to come back home, and she's like the center of like family drama, so she tries to never come home because of something that happened when she was a teenager. So she just tries to avoid home and avoid like certain family members a lot. Like her and her brother are really close, but that's about it. She doesn't get along with her mom. She didn't really get along with her dad that well. She's like going through the grieving process of losing her dad, even though she didn't really like have that connection with him. So that's really interesting to see as well, and I'm just really loving the way that the story is being told so far. I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. I am loving the MMC in this book, and the FMC just go so good together. But I am gonna jump back into this book for a little bit. Hopefully I can get to like the 50% mark, although I'm really trying to savor it because I just love the writing so much and the characters so much already. But I am definitely getting like 5-star feelings even though I'm only like 150 pages in. That's how you know a book is good. When you first start a book and you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a 5-star book. That's how you know a book is good, when you're only like 100 pages in and it's already giving 5-star feelings. So I'm gonna jump back into this. I am so excited to see where the story goes, so I will keep you updated whenever I get a little further. One of my favorite things to do is watch like smaller booktubers on YouTube because I'm a small booktuber and I just kind of like the vibe of smaller booktubers. Don't get me wrong, I love like my core booktuber girls. Like I have like a set list of girls that I absolutely watch every video of, but I also just love to take time and like interact with creators that are kind of like the same level as me and whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't have anything else to do for today except for like dinner, maybe the gym and whatnot, and then get ready for bed. But for now, I'm just gonna lay here and continue my book and then watch some YouTube. I don't know what I want to start with. I see this video is new. I've never watched this girl before, but I'm always willing to try to watch new people. Rachel Catherine also has a new video. Love that friend group so much. So maybe I'll watch that one, and then I think I'll just kind of like see where YouTube takes me from there. But that is what I'm going to be doing until about dinner time. So I just thought I would update you on what I'm doing. I'm trying to make my vlogs like more realistic, and this is something that I do like every day without fail. It's just like a core part of my routine. So let's watch some YouTube and continue reading. Guys, I don't know what I said to you last because yesterday I had a really bad migraine and I honestly didn't end up vlogging at all. Although I did continue reading The Conditions of Will, and I really want to give you an update because I didn't give you any sort of update yesterday. I am about halfway through. I'm on page 252, which is like kind of halfway through chapter 35, and it's about halfway through the book in general. But I really do think that this is going to be my favorite book of the year. Like, honestly, there's no surprise there at all. But I am loving this book so much. Jessa Hastings just knows how to write emotional chaos in the most addictive and like lyrical way possible. The characters feel so raw and so real. It's giving all the messy, intimate, like heartbreakingly human moments that I crave in a book and that Jessa Hastings just does so well. Like I feel like she writes those human moments so perfectly. Like I don't even know how to explain it. There's just something about her writing that scratches my brain. And the way she uses figurative language, like the metaphors and everything, is so rich and so poetic. It's not just like pretty writing. It's like you're reading a sentence and the next thing you know your chest is like tight and your eyes are watering. Like I sound dramatic, but I'm not joking. Like I've teared up so many times at this book and I'm only halfway through. Like I'm not even to like the most heartbreaking part yet, I believe. So I'm really loving the writing part. And Georgia, I really love the way that she can like intuitively read people. She's been studying psychology ever since they shipped her away. She went for psychology and she's able to like read people's cues and like their muscle dips and everything to tell when someone's lying, telling the truth. Like she can truly like read people. She notices things that other people miss often, like body language, tone, vibe. There's definitely way less drama in it than there was in Magnolia Parks, but it's definitely still emotionally devastating in its own way. I'm only like halfway through and I'm already bracing myself for like when it's over because I feel like it's gonna destroy me emotionally, everything. So I'm bracing myself for the end, and I also don't want it to be over. I feel like I'm reading this book fairly slow because I just don't want it to be over. I'm gonna be in the worst like hangover after this book, and I have so many books to get through. So I have such a connection to this book already, and I'm only halfway through. Like, how am I gonna be when I'm done with this book and I don't have any more? Let's just not think about that and let's just jump back into reading. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that she writes like human moments so well. She says how he thinks, how he feels, how he processes, how he wonders, how he breathes. He does all of those things better than the rest of us, and not because he's perfect. He's not. I know he's not, but that's just why he is. He is fully aware and endlessly alive in his weaknesses. It's where his humanity thrives. He's the most human person I've ever met, but not in the same way I could say about Anatole. That would be true too, but it's different. And then she goes on to talk about him. She says, Sam sees the world through this peculiar and raw lens of knowing there's bad out there. He knows it, can see it, recognizes it. He might even acknowledge it, but it doesn't seem to affect him. He just breathes deep and constant until the good he knows is coming comes. The way that she describes certain human emotions and certain human moments in this book, I really just feel like it is so unique and it just does something to me that no other books really do. So I'm gonna jump back into it, and I'm only like halfway through it, so I will come back to you when I either finish it or just get further. Her admitting to herself that she would stay in the motherfucking States for this man. That's how you know she's down bad. But again, I cannot blame her. Going shy on me? I peer up. Your unflinching gaze is pretty intense for 0 o'clock in the morning. He gives me a little shrug. Yeah, we'll get used to it. I kind of felt like I was getting a headache again, so I'm gonna wear my blue light glasses and see if that helps. And I'm gonna put on the conditions of Will's Spotify playlist. There's two of them that I've been bouncing back and forth between because I don't have Spotify Unlimited or Spotify Premium, so I kind of just like switch whenever I'm not vibing with that playlist anymore. So I think I'm gonna start with this one, and this one's got a lot more of a mix to it. One of them is kind of mostly like Taylor Swift and Gracie Abrams type of vibes. This one has like NF, Harry Styles, um, that type of stuff. So more like kind of indie alternative vibes. We're gonna start with an ad, of course. Main character, Georgia, is so sarcastic, and I am seriously just living for it. I love how this poor man who came along as a sponsor for support for this guy's funeral keeps getting dragged into like these rooms with the most chaotic family drama, and he has like no part in it, so he just has to stand there and kind of watch, but he's also like not complaining. I totally forgot that I have to take my grandma to the doctor right now, so, and my Kindle's dead, oh my gosh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take the physical book. I don't really like taking physical books out and about with me, especially not ones that I'm really enjoying and like the covers of and everything, because I just don't want them to get damaged. But I think I'm gonna take this one with me simply because I cannot put it down. But unfortunately, I do have to get ready to go now, so I'm gonna have to pause on chapter 38 for a minute, which is a really tough thing to do right now. Like, my interest is at peak right now, and this is so tough, pausing where I have to pause because stuff is like about to go down and they're about to be like figuring out a big like revelation from their lives, I think. So I cannot believe I have to pause here, but I do. Guys, quick reading check-in. I have about 50 pages left in The Conditions of Will. I feel like it's really pulling me in right now, and I'm kind of having to like come to terms with the fact that I only have 50 pages left. But I feel like this story is built on such a quiet intensity, and it's really starting to pay off right now. I feel like there's all these small choices that the characters were making at the beginning, and now they're starting to have like a big ripple effect outwards, especially our main character Georgia, because she's stuck in like this internal tug of war between like obligation and desire, because she ends up falling in love with her brother's AA sponsor who he brought home for his dad's funeral. And so she's like stuck between an obligation to her brother and then like the desire for like this man that she fell in love with. So it's really making for some really compelling moments. The writing is super like lyrical and honestly kind of philosophical without being too like heavy weighted, so I really enjoy that in like character driven books, especially the way that Jessa Hastings writes it is just so good. Either way, I am fully invested in this book. I have absolutely loved every single page that I've read, every second. I have just tried to absorb it as much as I possibly can, but I can't wait to see like how it kind of wraps up and share my final thoughts with you and everything. So I'm gonna get back to reading now. I do have a matcha, so this is where I will be for the rest of the day. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here real quick and give you my final review, kind of like my final thoughts of The Conditions of Will. I spent a good 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours this morning transferring all of my Kindle highlights to my physical book, and I severely underestimated like how many highlights I was gonna have to do because this book was so good and there were so many like good like one-liners and paragraphs, and I was just sitting there for like a couple of hours listening to music and annotating this, which was so fun. And it's also been a couple of days since I finished this book and I still like have not been able to stop thinking about it. I did give this book its own page in my reading journal and kind of wrote down like a full review, my thoughts and everything, but I still need to like add a couple of quotes, and then I want to add a couple of pictures to my spread here. First of all, I really love this book. I don't know if you haven't gotten that by now, but if you haven't, just know that I am obsessed with this book. I absolutely adored Sam Penny. The way that he was so gentle and so protective of Georgia, I feel like that's exactly what she needed. And if she had gone home and he wasn't there, like I feel like it just would have been a whole shit show. So he was really like her saving grace throughout the whole trip, and I really just like appreciated his character so much, especially like towards the end when he like snaps back at Marianne. My jaw was on the floor. That was so savage. I was seriously like dying of laughter for a solid 5 minutes when I found it again when I was annotating earlier, and I was just like, damn, what a man. But yeah, I loved Sam Penny. Georgia, her character was so interesting and so complex to me. The whole way that she could read people, and I loved when like the author would tell us like she was reading people, the way that she told us that she was reading people, the way that she takes everything onto herself and kind of just like shoulders everybody's pain, so like relatable. That she was so interesting and funny. This girl was so sarcastic. I loved her so much. I love the way that Jessa Hastings is so descriptive with her writing without overdoing it, because I don't really like when authors are like overly descriptive, but the way that she describes like situations and feelings and just like everyday things, it's just so like unique, and it just scratches something in my brain that I don't even know how to truly like fully explain the extent of how much I love it. But I feel like Jessa is so good at writing high risk, high reward romances, and that mixed with the way that she wrote this compelling family drama, I think that's really what kind of pulled me into this book and made me love it so much, is just those two things combined and the way that they flowed together so seamlessly. Like she mixed in the romance with the family drama into one, and it was just so good. Like I have no other words. It was just so good. The entire book takes place over like 20 something days, but we get so much that goes down, and then like so much from the past that like she trinkles in there, that it just feels like a lot more than 20 days, and you just get to know these characters, like every single one of them too, not just the main characters, but you kind of learn a lot about a majority of these characters. Like the entire plot line is actually about her father's death and like his whole secret second life that he had. So like it's not completely about her, but like the main premise is about her and Sam Penny. So like just those two storylines mixed together into one. I love the way that she does that with her books. I love the way that she uses like figurative language and her metaphors and everything. It's just the way she writes is so compelling. I literally cannot wait for the next book that comes out, which also July 15th, a new book. Are you serious? Because I just got this one in April, and now I have another Jessa Hastings book. Like I'm so excited. Her new book looks so good. I'm so excited. Like I am counting down the days, counting down the seconds till I can get my hands on the new book. I think it's called Time of Our Lives. I don't know if we have a cover or anything yet, but so stoked for that new book because I am so obsessed with Jessa Hastings writing. I wish I could read everything she's ever written. I wish I could read her grocery list and I'd still love it. But I really enjoyed this one. I think it'll stick with me for quite some time. I mean, like I said, it's already been a few days and I cannot stop thinking about this book and these characters. I think that this book was a little more mature than like the Magnolia Parks universe books, because in this book our characters are in like their late 20s and they've already been through so much in life. Even Sam Penny, like the stuff that he went through, and then Georgia, the stuff that she went through, they're just at like such a mature place in their life, and I really appreciated like the emotional intelligence and the emotional integrity and everything, except for Oliver. When I was going through my quotes just now, Oliver was again pissing me off with the way that he was treating her. It was just such childish behavior over something so stupid. I mean, I know it's the whole book, but the way that he was treating Georgia towards the end of this book literally had me like ready to go to war for her, because that was so uncalled for. Either way, I really love this book and I really love these characters. I am going to give it a 5-star, 6-star if I could, but I think I'm going to land on a 5-star because I really enjoyed it and I just feel so connected to these characters, and it just gave me that 5-star feeling. Like I don't know how to explain it. This book tugged on so many of my heartstrings and made me feel so much. Like I was just reading it and then like I would read something and the next thing you know I'm like so that's what I describe as a 5-star read. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up here. I do need to finish my reading journal spread for that book at some point, but I don't think I'm gonna do that in this video. Also, keep an eye out for when I get the new book from Jessa Hastings, because I most definitely will be doing another reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!